Lovelies, my name is Jessica and welcome to Makeup.misfit, and we have our first update for Project PANicure, which I'm super excited about. This is a project that was created by Deb as a collab with Danny from Danny's Makeup. A few others are joining in on this project, so you can go and check them out. But basically, this is a project where there are no rules, no goals. You just use your nail polish as you feel, which for me is exactly what I need. I love to do my nails, and I usually decide what I want to wear as I'm going to do my nails. So in the intro, I pulled in 5 toppers and 1 top coat. Now I've used 4 out of those 6, but what I'm going to do going forward is I'm just going to choose the polishes as I go. I'm not going to pre-choose. And when the updates come around, that's when I will show you guys what I was wearing during the last month. I don't want to feel forced or feel like I need to reach for a certain shade if I want to reach for something else. Even though I do have some polishes in another project or two, I feel like that's enough and I just want to use whatever I want to use. So the 2 that I didn't reach for, that was the matte top coat and the Sonic Unicorn Skin. I just wasn't really feeling them. I'm going to keep them in here and keep them as a focus just because I do want to get some sort of use on them. And then once I do that, I will roll them out and only worry about whatever I feel like wearing. But because I rolled these in the intro, I will keep them in here until then. But the 4 that we're going to chat about right now are the ones that I did use over the last couple of weeks. And I'm pretty happy overall. So let's just start off with this one right here. This is Scattered Hollow, and I really like this. So the flakes in here are very thin, which is super nice to do like a 1-layer top coat if you want. You can build it up so that the flakes look a little bit more opaque, so it covers your nail a little bit more. In the photo, I'm wearing it over Scientific and High Tea Hibiscus. So Scientific is the blue shade and the fuchsia shade is High Tea Hibiscus. Now, I'm going to say this right now about all of the toppers that I've tried. I prefer them over a darker base. So I like how this looks more over High Tea Hibiscus than I do over Scientific. But I still really enjoy this topper. I think it's super pretty. It looks good over anything, but just to get the full impact of what the actual topper can do, I feel like you really need to put it over a dark base so that you can see the full effect of it. If you're going for something a little bit more subtle, a little bit more light, but you still want that little something to your nail, then absolutely throw these toppers over a light base and you're going to get what you're looking for. The next one is Everything Taco. So I think that this is super pretty. This is literally all of the toppers in one bottle. And this, I was a little bit iffy about purchasing at first because there's a couple of the toppers that I wasn't too interested in, but you're getting everything. So you know you're not going to get the same look that you would if you purchased a topper that you weren't really interested in. There's a little bit of it in here, but not enough to make you feel like you're not going to like what's going to come out of it. So I only wore this once and I paired it, that's not even the front of the bottle, I paired it over Lavender, which is a very pretty lavender shade. So again, I feel like you get the full effect with a darker base, but I did think it was very pretty. And there are those times where I do just want something a little bit more subtle. So that's the way that I feel is the good way to go. Now, Gold Flaky. So this I decided to try over a white base. I figured with the gold, it would still look pretty nice. Not in this photo. My favorite look that I've done with this was actually before this project started. It was my Christmas nails. So I put it over I'm Over Brew, which is a burgundy shade, and that was beautiful. I really enjoyed how this pairs with the burgundy, and I think, again, sticking with the dark base, even though it's a gold and it's really going to stand out on any shade that you use, for some reason, pairing it with a darker shade just seems to give it that little bit more. So I do want to try this one again in the future sometime, and maybe what I really wanted to do is put this over I'm Overbrew with the matte top coat because I saw a photo of that on their webpage and I thought it was super pretty. I only wore this with the glossy top coat. That's the only top coat that I've used. Like I said, I wasn't using the matte one at all. But it's pretty. I was really excited about trying this one out because I think that the gold topper just gives it a little bit something different, because all of the toppers are pretty much either colorful or on the silver end of things. Now, we do have this last one here, which is called Twilight Shimmer. So I tried this a few different ways. I had this one look where I did a green gradient and I tried putting this over, I think it was 3 of the shades, the different shades of green, and I didn't like it. But on my thumbnail, I had a black polish, and this is what I put over top of that, and it really stood out to me. It looks super blue, but I don't mind that. I just feel like this was not really good on a lighter toned polish. I also tried this over the white, and again, it'll give you that little glimmer if that's what you're looking for. But more often than not, I'm wanting something a little bit more impactful. So far out of the 4 that I've tried, this is my least favorite, but I do want to continue to give it another go. I don't plan on getting rid of it or anything like that. I just want to find a good shade to pair this with. I think it was the navy shade that they have in their collections, and it just looked more of like a purple. It was super pretty. So I think something like that, just trying to experiment different shades with this polish just to figure out what it's actually going to look better with, is what I want to eventually do. So this was my least favorite out of these 4, and honestly, I think my favorite is probably Scattered. It's super simple, but I like the fact that you can build it up to make it look a lot more opaque than it is in just one coat. You can do that for a super simple but pretty look, and I love just kind of standing there under the phone flash or like an elevator light. You can just see it glimmer, but the more that you pack on, the more impactful it's going to look. So I really enjoy that about this topper, and I think this was the first one that I purchased. So that's my update. Like I said, I'm going to keep in throwing my nail polish around. I'm going to keep in these 2, so the matte top coat and the Sonic Unicorn, just to see, I get some sort of use on them. But I just want to, I'm going to probably do my nails tonight. So I do just want to use whatever I feel like using, and then I will still continue to take the photos, and we will chat about the polishes that I was wearing throughout the month when the updates roll around. So I hope that's okay with you guys. Let me know if you're doing this or what you think of this project. Like I said, this is kind of perfect for me. Very chill, laid back, no goals, wear whatever you want, whenever you want. And because I love doing my nails, this is just such a perfect project. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.